Good evening, you merry few. I'm DepthsWalker, and I'm here to do a little bit of a music review. And as always, I start off with a little self-promotion. Rather than my latest song, because some people have been having some issues figuring out some of the lore things going on, I figured what I'd do is I'd go back and go to one of my older songs. We will play that one to give a bit more background as to what's going on with some of my lore stuff. Hey, Keyvox. Say hello, of course, to people I can recognise here. Runya, Keyvox, Cheney Man. See you around. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. Yeah, so here we've got What Would Have Been, which is over a month old now. I am thinking about redoing this video because I did manage to do a cover of this which fits the tone slightly better, I think. I'm just umming and ahhing about it because I quite like this song as it is. Anyway, here we go. What Would Have Been.
Sunrises on my new old home. Decades of work sitting here alone. I wonder why I tried. My nerves long fried when you were not here with me. And I ask, will my soul ever be free? My aches and pains from years of strain are all a dull echo of shadows refrain compared to the efforts of the day. The echoes of you hold far more sway. The ring I bought stays locked in the drawer. Gold turn cold, I'll walk these rooms. I clean, I prepared, forming a path never shed as I grow old. I wonder and dream of what would have been as I feel my life a shadow of a world never seen. And I ask, why not me? Why can't my soul be free? Every birthday candle, every New Year's glass is merely a marker of absence. Instead I blow out the flame, I swallow the toast, but the silence still screams loud inside my head. I go through motions, I smile on cue, clock in, clock out, pay every due. The bed stays half empty, a warmth that slipped right through. Do you hear me when I call your name? Or am I just going insane? Am I only not taking a chance, chasing a love lost to circumstance? I wonder and dream of what would have been as I feel my life a shadow of a world never seen. And I ask, why not me? Why can't my soul be free? I live with a hope that never fades, but does my mind and soul fray? Your voice still lingers in the quiet.
Not particularly.
Soft like rain, unforgotten.
Just doing my little promo bit.
Sunsets now on this house I made, haunted by a ghost that never strays. Every creak in the floor, every shift of light feels like you're walking through the night. Will it always bleed your memory? Will every breath stay heavy with what can't be? I'm still here breathing as I ask, do I wanna say? And if there's a place where the lost ones wait, do you sit there watching patiently? Do you whisper it's okay to let you go? Or is holding on the only way I know? I wonder and dream of what would have been as I feel my life a shadow of a world never seen.
All right, so yeah, that was what would have been. And I'm going to say sod it. I'm also going to quickly show you a little bit of a song I'm working on at the moment. As I'm going to play the song, I'm not going to show you the video because I found I can't actually show you what I'm working on with the editing software. I tried doing that before when I wanted to give people a tutorial on how I use it. But give this a brief listen and then you'll understand what I mean by it. So it's a nice song.
All I wanna do is hit that shore, love you more, waves along the floor. I know that sounds bright, like a perfect light, a dream that feels right. And real life surrounds us, but joy it truly crowns us. Walking hand in hand in this place, matching rings and smiling face. Friends flying in with a toast to begin, and still all I wanna do is thrill.
Burgers and wraps, sunsets on tap, rings in a box, toes in the rocks, just rest for a day. Let our worries drift away.
Seashells and laughter, dreaming of our ever after.
And every time I look your way, another little doubt falls away.
I wanna dance with the waves, feel the tide in loving waves. Now the ocean's at the edge with its soft
Question again,
whispers, promise you'll return to this golden little zone.
family sending messages, we treasure and we save.
It's our
Big day, love, we got memories to engrave.
my phone's lighting up with another smile and alert. Our favorite people sending hearts and joyous words. Sunrise on fire, hopes getting higher. And what's more, it's our story. They're all cheering for.
I just want sunshine, your soft wedding bands, and between toes and your hand in my hand, the bright world keeps singing. You, yes, you.
Like we're perfectly designed to say a shared I do. All I want's a beach chair, sea breeze in the air, soft music to share, no old work day nightmares. Let the deadlines fight, let the worries fade from sight. I'm clocking in gladly, I forever can't wait.
And here comes a postman with letters that he lays.
A seaside vending note from the inn by the gate. Old plans in a file, but we've rewritten it.
Now every little detail seems perfectly fit.
I just wanna thrill, watch the waves by the hill.
One Saturday where
Time stands still.
warm sand, your smile, and a heart to fill. All I want is thrill. All I want is chill.
I just realised I muted there for a second. Hadn't realised the camera hadn't linked up properly for the scenes, so I did that entire music video without actually any video.
Whiskey's on tap, rings on a rack, our suitcase to unpack. Just rest for a day, let the world fade away. We'll write our vow saga on this bright beach veranda, while every tide rolls our way.
We'll laugh and we'll sway. I wanna roll with these moments. They are coming in sweet bunches.
Sun-kissed freckles, little splashes, love and sunlit crunches.
Now the future's at the fence with this bright question again.
Says walk on down that sandy aisle, say your yes and then
Friends and the messages will always hold dear.
can't wait for you, wait and see you both right here.
Our hearts going warm with your joyful alert.
Picture in my phone in your white linen shirt.
Skies painted fire.
Sunset climbs higher.
And what's more, every color sings our choir.
I just want
The
silence.
good kind grand.
Just waves and you laugh and that ring on your
The
hand.
bright world keeps singing. You, yes, you.
Like the universe conspired to make this view.
All I want's a launch, yeah.
Girl smoke in the air.
Sea breeze in my hair.
You're soft, I'll be there.
Let the stars ignite, let them bless this night. We're rocking it forever, our shared fate.
Here comes the postman with postcards, delicate.
Pictures of this bay from each visiting maid.
Old fears just vanish.
Love has done it,
Stay right by my side.
and that's our
Promise in it. I just wanna thrill.
Pause perfectly still.
One wedding where joy overflows and will
Just meet on the flame and our dreams fulfill.
all I want to thrill. All I want to chill. All I want to thrill.
As we whisper,
We will.
Okay. So yeah, that's the song I'm working on at the moment for a video. Yeah. It's kind of also linked with the video that you didn't see. So yeah. Okay. On to what you're actually here for. The reviews. Is that correctly lined up? Yeah, it is. Fantastic. Okay. Here we've got Oshi in My Optics by Mushi. I don't think I've reacted to anything from them before. Let's give this a listen, and then I'll give my opinion on the linking of animation to music.
Yeah. I found her on the algorithm, wasn't even searching. Click one clip at 2 a.m. I swear it wasn't hurting. Just a funny compilation, said I watch a couple minutes. Now the sun is coming up and I'm 14 streams deep in it. But it's cool though, everybody need a way to decompress. Need a background noise I play to deal with all the stress. Got the membership, it's nothing, price of coffee once a month. But the tier went up to 3 and now I'm in too deep to front. I know every little joke, every callback, every bit. If you quiz me on the lore, I promise I would never miss. That's just being a good fan, that's just showing dedication. Not like I'm attached, I just appreciate the presentation. Desktop wallpaper, it's aesthetic, not obsession. Voice back on the alarm, nah, it's just a better method. I can stop whenever, I just don't see why I'd bother. Oh, she in my optics and the picture's getting broader. It's not that deep, I tell myself while clicking on the stream. It's not that deep, I say again at 4 a.m. it seems. It's not that deep, the super chat just said I love your laugh. It's not that deep, but why does it feel like she's the better half? Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Screen light on my face, been locked in all day. I know that it's pixels, but it still feel like fade. Oh, she in my optics and it's never gonna fade. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Skipped a couple hangouts, but it's fine, they understand. She was doing a karaoke endurance, that's a limited event, man. My boys hit the group chat, I ain't answered back in weeks. But the Discord server's popping and the chat is all I need. I ain't lonely, I got thousands watching with me every night. We all typing in the chat, that's community, that's tight, right? Send a super chat, she read my name out on the stream. Felt my chest light up, I swear like nothing in between. She remembered it next week, now she probably reads them all. But it felt like something different, felt like breaking through a wall. Got the merch drop on my shelf, the acrylic stand is mint. Friends came over, saw the shrine, I told them it's just Prince, just a hobby, I'm the same, I haven't changed a bit. I just haven't left the house in 14 days, but I'm legit. I eat when she's on break, I sleep when streams are over. Oh, she in my optics, yeah, I'm sober, I'm just closer. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Screen light on my face, been locked in all day. I know that it's pixels, but it still feel like fade. Oh, she in my optics and it's never gonna fade. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, optics, I can't look away. I caught my reflection in the monitor when the stream went down. Dark screen, just me sitting in this room, no sound. When's the last time someone said my name that wasn't chat? When's the last time that I laughed and didn't need a screen for that? She don't know me, she don't owe me, I'm a username at best. I'm a number on the dashboard, I'm a revenue contest, I know that. I've always known that. I just, oh, she is love. Oh, she is life. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Screen light on my face, been locked in all day. I know that it's pixels, but it still feel like fade. Oh, she in my optics and it's never gonna fade. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. that sense. She smiled, I think she saw me. It's not that deep. Oh, she in my optics. I can't look away.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting song. It's about obsession, getting over attached. It's a very nice song with it. And of course it used Kersha as the main figure, but I don't think it was about Kersha specifically, coming from one thing, karaoke. Kersha does not like singing. she does not think she's got a good singing voice. She very, very, very much prepares very, very much whenever she does any kind of singing, from what I remember. Editing wise, pretty solid. Slow roll intro, keeping same aesthetic throughout. That's a good cut, but I think leading up to it was a little bit softer. But as I said, I don't mind too much near the start. That was a little offbeat, that cut.
I found her on the algorithm, wasn't even searching. Click one clip at 2 a.m. I swear it wasn't hurting.
That's a good cut.
Funny compilation said I watch a couple minutes. Now the sun is coming up and I'm 14 streams deep in it. But it's cool though. Everybody need a way to
On the heavy beat change. Oh yeah, it's very cheery lyrics, very proud lyrics, and sorry, it's very cheery music. The lyrics sound positive. Then you actually listen to the actual lyrics in their full detail, and you realise it's definitely got that edge of obsession to it, and then the visuals really show that parasocial push through.
A coffee once a month, but the tier went up to 3 and now I'm in too deep to front. I know every little joke, every callback, every bit. If you quiz me on the lore, I promise I would never miss. That's just being a good fan, that's just showing dedication. Not like I'm attached, I just appreciate the presentation. Desktop wallpaper, it's aesthetic, not obsession. Voice
well cut.
Method. I can stop whenever, I just don't see why I'd bother. Oh, she in my optics and the picture's getting broader. It's not that deep, I tell myself while clicking on the
Nice fade. I would have tried doing that a few more times to get him sitting on a chair or something, change the position so it's a sideways going train rather than a long ways going train, because he's just doing a Slavic squat in the middle of the train now. And then another good cut there.
She in my optics, I can't look away. Screen light on my face, been locked in all day. I know that it's pixels, but it still feel like fade. Oh, she in my optics, and it's never gonna fade. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Skipped a couple hangouts, but it's fine, they understand. She was doing a karaoke endurance, that's a limited event, man. My boys hit the group chat, I ain't answered back in weeks, but the Discord server's popping and the chat is all I need. I ain't lonely, I got thousands watching with me every night. We all typing in the chat, that's community, that's tight, right? Send a super chat, she read my name out on the stream. Felt my chest light up, I swear like nothing in between. She remembered it next week, now she probably reads them all. But it felt like something different, felt like breaking through a wall. Got the merch drop on my shelf, the acrylic stand is mint. Friends came over, saw the shrine, I told them it's just Prince, just a hobby, I'm the same, I haven't changed a bit. I just haven't left the house in 14 days, but I'm legit. I eat when she's on break, I sleep when streams are over. Oh, she in my optics, yeah, I'm sober, I'm just closer. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Screen light on my face, been locked in all day. I know that it's pixels, but it still feel like fade. Oh, she in my optics, and it's never gonna fade. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Caught my reflection in the monitor when the stream went down. Dark screen, just me sitting in this room, no sound. When's the last time someone said my name that wasn't chat? When's the last time that I laughed and didn't need a screen for that? She don't know me, she don't owe me.
So, I mean, I don't see this as irreverently sort of saying Jesus is a Leaflet fan. More that even if some people will try to like reason away that even their like figures of worship and value would also agree with them.
Oh, she is love. Oh, she is life. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Screen light on my face, been locked in all day. I know that it's pixels, but it still feel like fake. Oh, she in my optics and it's never gonna fade. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away. It's not that deep, yeah, it's not that deep. Super chat says she smiled, I think she saw me. It's not that deep. Oh, she in my optics, I can't look away.
But yeah, that's good solid work there. Let's give you all the link, if it'll let me. Come on, there we go. And I'm just going to quickly check, see if it is who I think it is. Oh yeah, leaflet and powder. So they're going through them one by one. All right. Now this one's going to be an interesting one. I can already tell. I very purposely avoided people's streams for this one. This is Epic Rap Battle Skybrows versus Nihilith. Let's give this a watch, shall we?
Epic rap battles of AI slop! Skybrows versus Nihilith. Begin! Yo, it's the AI sloptometrist, king of the render queue. Skybrows in a build, taking slop so dreamy it looks true. You just a reactor eating snacks in the back row while I'm cooking a million of millions. Now there's a million more. Breathing Elon's Musk, rockets block the sky. No fox giving. You gonna be a wannabe, trying to be me. I make dreams a living.
Hold up, Slop King, you talk big, but your ego's inflated. I'm the VTuber with a mic and a whole chat's activated. You dropping millions by the million, but I'm the one they quote. Snapback legend, nom, metabolism on overload. World spinning and clown for the list, media circus in flames. I am of a color, every hue shining bright, no more grayscale change.
Monochrome got on the scene, stereo grid in the back. Your chromatic's loud and loud, but your flow is straight whack. I make welds in seconds, you make somebody always says I'm eating. Step into my universe, kid, you'll end up deleted.
Hope you're also boring, your side's cold and dead. Mine's explosive color, rainbow explosions to the head. Chromatic glasses on, stylish vest popping bright. Your monochrome mask can't handle all this light.
Please, I'm the one they came emo for the cloud. You're always eating joke out all before it even came out. Cry brows in the comments, it's okay to be gay. Compared to my references, I turn your colors gray. I build cinematic universes, you just press record and munch. My renders hit different, yours hit the average Skybrows lunch.
Eyebrows make me laugh, go ahead, keep crying. You can't be a clout chasing and I just started trying. I paint solar flares in every hex code I drop. Turn your dull void into a kaleidoscope pop. From pastel dreams to electric nightmare fuel. I flood the timeline while your style stays cruel.
I strip every layer till only truth remains. You hide behind filters and cheap visual chains. Keep flashing your hues, I'll stay eternally sleek. Skybros owns the canvas, you're just another leak. I started this whole thing, I created you all. Everyone after me is a copy, I'm the original.
Original. You are a bad first draft, I am the avid grade. My colors shine, I am the premium, you are the flat grade. Go home, nah, I'm embedded in your lore now. Chemo King, every Skybrows drop needs a Nihilith eating thing. You started the slot game, but I leveled up the fun. Somebody always says I'm eating, but we both know I won!
Hold up! Transmission hijacked! Null FM jumps the stage, watch both you bots enrage. Intubated tracks on the toilet, then both you clowns generate. Lyrical mastermind, clockwork rhyme assassin. You two lost in the haze, no clue, no tools, just two broken tools in a digital cage. Live the show, world's on fire, I ignite the entire stage. Switching costumes, rapid fire, morphing styles on the wind with rage. Your bars so weak, they time out mid-generate. Before in disgrace, I'm the shit superstar, I terminated alien look for days. No tree, no shade, just pure empty space where your styles used to breathe. My green base erases your whole catalog.
for Rickens it's wrong. The bright lows on playgrounds with sticks made of punks. I forge infinite multiverses from the tip of my quill. Galaxies birthed in a single line still. Sky brows, a single pixel lost in the dark. Night laugh, pretty confetti I flicked from my spot. Knife M, a dead signal I knew with one thought. I dream battle slop, I delete the whole server you fought. I am the architect, the red curtain call. Every story, every ending, every rise and fall. You generate noise, I generate law. Bow down to the veil, or watch your code fall.
Okay, that's very, very much in the old style of epic rap battles. Very clean done. One flaw I'd say is that he starts off pretty well with the Skybrow's side of things. It's actually his own side that he kind of mucks up a little bit.
It's the AI photometrist, king of the render queue. Skybrow's in a build tech slop so dreamy it looks true. You just a reactor eating snacks in the back row while I'm cooking a million.
I mean, it's a good beat, but one thing you got to do when you're doing the AI rap battles is they very much, especially if there's music involved, it's like musicians, like when I did Beethoven or when they did Skrillex and all that sort of stuff. I mean, this is just from a style idea if you're doing the rap battles. Is you got to make the music sound like their music a bit. Now, Skybrow's, it's a little bit hard and heavy for what he does. He tends to do more flow music, yes, but
Hold up, slop king, you talk big, but your ego's inflated.
and it's sort of the same here. It's like these two bits don't quite, they're doing the same bit, a beat rather. I mean, it's well cut, well edited. His own side is very nicely coloured and does good shakes. See, that's fantastic. That bit there, perfectly timed. But that's not the music side of things. It's not an animation side of thing. And I'm as I said, I'm not very good on the music side of things. I can do a few tricks here and there, and I can come up with the odd, really nice song. So I can't really tell him how I would do what he was trying to do here. But editing wise, it's perfectly fine. It's exactly the right it should be for the style.
Original, you are a bad first draft. I am the upgrade. My colors shine. I am the premium. You are the flat grade. Go home, nah. I'm embedded in your lore now. Chemical king. Every Skybrow's drop needs a night left eating thing.
Yes, exactly. Either that or a sort of a pulse drop. Whereas this is very much a dant brass drop, sort of a very small like a boom 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 boom. Would be more what Skybrow sort of does.
Transmission hijacked.
Null FM is the perfect one to go in here as well, because one thing, a lot of his stuff is very rap side anyway. if anything, I'd say the beat of this fits more with how I view Null's sort of the music style favors Null overall.
No tree, no shade, just pure empty space where your styles used to breathe. My green base erases your whole catalog when stepping you cease to be. I'm promoting crashes in which they're short on the weaker estate. You do a beta test, this you reject. Some the funnel update, the alter reading.
Also, his section's the least edited. And this is very much sort of the Red Veil style tone. Tone here is perfect for Red Veil. Still got more of a beat, obviously, but to do that for the rap side of things. And it's visually her style. Null's wasn't quite. It was done realistic rather than cartoon. I don't want to say cell shaded, but it's like a sort of semi sketch cell. So he had the best musically linked, but the worst visually linked, I think. But yeah, it's a good song overall. Good fun song. Let's give the share out on this one. I mean, I know why Skybrow was in there, because obviously the big name in the industry. Nihilith, his is kind of a rap style with a lot of stuff he does, although he does a few little bits on the side. Nihilith, yes. Who would I pick as another rap one? Because the other two aren't really rap. There's a bit of rap in some of Skybrow's work, but it's not really rap, if you know what I mean. It's more like a K-pop style. Same for Where It Goes Fast in Lady Wasabi's stuff. There have been a couple of rap songs. I can't think of them off the head though. He caught their flavours differently. He got Skybrow's look, got his own look, obviously, very well. He got the sound matching Null FM, and while it looked like Null's character, the style of the look wasn't Null's style. And Louisverse had the right sound to the underflow of the beat, because it changed up the beat for it. And it had a visual, so it was a good mix of the two. But yeah, it's good song of work. Did I link it? Yes, I did. Cool. Pardon me a second. All right. Here we have My Chaotic Ride by Van Rex Wolf. This was requested for me to react to by Van Rex Wolf themselves. I don't know if they're here today, but I did tell them that I was going to be doing it today.
Same sky, same cry. Every breath just fades away. Steps repeat on hollow ground. Echoes with no real sound. Wake up, fall back in line. Lose the feeling over time. Was I living here just there? Just a ghost inside the air. Every smile felt rehearsed. Every day just like the first. No mistakes, no surprise. Just a loop behind my eyes. No more pain. No more thrill, just a quiet endless still. Even dreams began to fade, like they were never meant to stay. Solid ground, I feel it now. There's a fracture in this ground. If this world will ever change, then I'll be the one who breaks. Wait. This isn't white. What if everything feels scripted? She moved where I know those anymore. Break the line. Step outside. Every room that held me tight, sudden in a flash of light. Now I see this was never meant to be. If perfection makes a case, we'll burn it all and turn the world distorts beneath my feet. Every glitch feels bittersweet. Not afraid of falling through. If it means I'm something new, let it tear, let it bend. I don't need to pretend. Every crack becomes the start of a wild beating heart. No more silence, no disguise. I can see beyond the lies. If the world begins to break, then it's finally away. We're not a very right. Feel the world go on inside. Every error, every fight proves that I am something more. Better is what I don't mind. Turn the dark into the light. If the system's destruction more, be the one who breaks it all. I thought I wanted peace, but peace was just silence. I thought I wanted control, but control was a cage. Maybe chaos is instruction. Maybe it's freedom. This is my world, I decide. No more lies I have to follow. Every second now is mine. No more ending, no more hollow. There's a fear, let it end. No more ever be the same. From the left I break away. Mouth all red, like seals every day. Sin sky, but now it burns with color. Same way. Not inside, like grass and ground. Not trapped, not numb, just alive. What should I do?
Okay, that's a very, very solid song. I've got a few notes I want to make on the visuals. Second, let me just adjust a few things. First, Van Rex. Thank you for the follow. Did you generate him with the distortions, or did you add the distortions in later with editing software?
Same cry, every breath just fades away.
Generated them with the... Oh, yeah, no. I understand the distortion were intentional. I just wondered whether it was an after effect or a part of the generation. Yeah. Because the thing is, it's really fitting with the story, but I think it's a little heavy at times. The eye, when you're making a video, needs moments to rest between bits. I mean, this, having distortion is fine, but I wouldn't have had it quite this heavy this early in the song. I'd have built up the static. Yeah, but as you did part of generation, obviously you can't adjust it after the fact. Here it's like, it starts calming down. If it started off at that level and stayed at that level and then built up as the song speeds up. Good cut. I would have cut there a little bit sooner so you had like the pace of the running when the actual music started doing the... And then I would have cut again as soon as that beat come in to one of like the fight scenes or something. Now you got like this standing scene, which if that had come in at that moment the song slowed down again, rather than before that, it would have had more impact. They're very nicely generated, very cleverly. They remain recognisable even with the distortion. This running part a little bit earlier come in. Song speeding up and we're just this part.
This isn't white. What if everything feels scripted?
You ended it on the right. You timed that part right. It just needed something to either just cut and stretch that first bit a little bit so it lasts a little bit longer and comes a little bit earlier. And then once you hit that, you need to go to a fight scene, not to... I mean, they're nice images, but sometimes it's about putting them in the right places. I know I suffer from that a lot, just putting things... Of course, this one's running reverse. Is it like so you had the starting point roughly there, a few seconds back. You generated it one way, and then you're doing it on the phone. Oh, cool! You're doing amazingly well. Do you just do you have an actual editing software on your phone, or do you edit it on like a borrowed PC or anything like that, or? So I think once you've got some editing software, you're going to really, really rack up the game, if you know what I mean. Level up. So I would explain why you generated it with the effects over the top. I can't show you because obviously, actually, here's an idea. We go. Which one am I thinking of? See now, this image generated distorted when I did the video. Not much I can really do about that. But
Of a maddening storm, the faint hope of absolution from God.
pulse in and out was done by editing software to hit the notes, because this was a long drawn out scene and I wanted something to pulse to make you still feel it's part of the song, which is why
Too far, honest guilt,
again
and staying true to form, knowing all hatred is a justly earned scar.
mistimed that a little bit. That was meant to be on the justly, it's like the important word in the phrase that came a little bit early,
I seek redemption, but not from them.
and that was a speed edit. I actually cut that section where he gets connected to the what's the term, prisoner box, stand, whatever it is. That actually happened a lot slower in the animation. I cut it and then sped up that particular scene just to give it that more impact of the bush as it happens in that particular phrase. Once you can do that with your scenes, you can like stretch and collapse.
This was never meant to be. If perfection makes a case, we'll burn it all and turn the page.
See, because here we've got a weird bit. You had that active music where she's just sort of like doing nothing, and then when it slows down, then she's fighting the monster.
Hearts beneath my feet. Every glitch feels bittersweet. Not afraid of
I'd have flipped those around, so we got the action with the action, if you know what I mean. But you're doing very well considering you're doing this on a phone. I'm just trying to point out what to look for in the future.
something new. Let it tear, let it bend. I don't need to pretend. Every crack becomes the start of a wild beating heart. No more silence, no disguise. I can see beyond the lies. If the world begins to break, then it's finally.
I mean, like I was saying with the distortions, is that if you were doing it post, like I was, having the heavy static over the more action scenes to cover up some of the issues, and then pulling the static down to a lower level during these slower parts would help the attention of the eye, if you like. It would stop it from getting distracted. Now, the distortions aren't too bad for you here because you've got a very black and white coloured one. I made the same comment about Nihilif's which one was it? Colours video. He just kept on pulsing throughout the entire video, and it just kind of grates on the nerves a little bit. It's okay for like a single watch, but if you try and watch it again, it can get a bit grating. Whereas because it's not as colourful as his one, obviously with the black and white, it's a lot softer on the eye for doing it. But it does distract. See, that's a good change to running. But yeah, very solid work. And then, of course, as the song goes on, you could actually, like, when you do like the repeat scenes, you could do the repeat scenes with less static on it, as the song itself becomes more clearer and more powerful. So when you've got this repeated scene here, do it with less distortion, and it gives the impression of like pushing through. And it also makes the scene feel new and different from the other usage of it. Yeah, everyone give this song some love. There it is. Yeah, very, very solid work. That's My Chaotic Ride by Van Rexwolf. Everyone give it some love. Love to see what you can do once you've actually got some software and hardware behind you. All right. Okay, someone said to look at this one. This is by Autastic. How much what I earn is your fair share based on Rosie the Riveter. I have seen some of Autastic stuff before, I think. Pretty sure. Maybe not. Yeah, let's give this a watch.
How much? How much? I work, I sweat, I pay, I bleed. So some couch potato gets free TV. You vote for more, call it fair. My overtime's gone, you sit in a chair. How much of what I earn is your fair share? Your fair share, your fair share. How much is yours? Pacifists pay for war and fund both sides. Iron Dome, and so rockets can fly. Vegans pay for meat while they preach the Green New Deal. It funds spiders on crack. Can you believe it's real? How much of what I earn is your fair share? How much is yours? Men can get pregnant now, haven't you heard? Now empty your pockets, you're part of the herd. Priests fund clinics while they pray for grace. I paid for rockets, I paid for domes. All I want is to pay for my home. How much of what I earn
Sorry.
is your fair share? Keep your hands off mine! 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 How much is yours? You better not keep taking mine, or we'll rise up if you cross that line. I know your game, I know your place, I know the end, your ways will chase. Nah, keep your hands off mine.
Okay, it's a fun song with an interesting story behind it. The art style is very consistent, but at least at the end it feels like it's meant to be inconsistent with a very purposeful changing. Early on, it's just kind of distracting. It would have been pretty cool to see the entire animation done in the Rosie the Riveter style. Yeah.
How much? I work, I sweat, I pay, I bleed.
Now, so the thing is, the Eat the Rich thing is very much counter.
So some couch potato gets free TV. You vote for
Nicely edited through.
call it
Um,
my overtime's gone. You sit in a
tempo's a little bit off with the motion of the actual shift
is your fair share.
I think we know who this is meant to be. I think it's like playing on the idea of like the gremlins from the old Twilight, not Twilight, Twilight Files, Twilight. Horror compilation series where they had like the gremlins taking apart the engines on the wings of a flying plane. Yeah, it's a blue gremlin wearing a red jacket with a furry edging, tearing apart the rainbow fighter jet. It's very close on the editing, but it's also not quite there. It's all action, but it's all fast, so it all works pretty well. There's very little downtime. Obviously, Asmongold. Was it William Shatner? I'm thinking of the really old version, Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone, yeah. Or the really old black and white one. I never really saw the relaunched version of it. Because by that time, it was all on like Sky and that, and my family never got Sky. So I only had terrestrial TV and the older stuff. Hard-working people versus people trying to live off the system and voting themselves more money. See, that cut wasn't on the beat at all, but it's kind of a story flow issue. They just probably didn't have enough animation for it. Skybrows, and this is, considering when it is, it might be a reference to how he was done in the Crybrows video where he's like reaching after the bunny girls. And the whole thing of the attractive girls going to college, and then you see the photos of them before and after college, and it's just like, oh my god, what do they do to them? That's a more recorded novels, of course, Animal Farm. Okay. I'm probably thinking of like mixing things up in memory. The timing of this is a bit weird. It's like I probably would have had that bomb go off and the smoke occur, and as soon as it starts, yeah, it wasn't too far off. It was a little late.
Keep your hands off mine.
1984. Each of those changes is on one of like the rhythm changes. So that's pretty good. But there's like a rhythm change that happens earlier on in that sequence where nothing happens. So it's a little bit off, but Very cleverly done. And probably needs a little end thing just to tail off. Even if the music stops there, just a little turn round and salute at the camera sort of thing, just to, because it suddenly ending videos can be a bit jarring. And I know that some reactors don't bother to turn off their autoplay, so it could be that's why I've got those little end cards on my ones now, because it gives the reactor or the person watching it a little something they know. It's like, oh, it's ending now. I've got an opportunity to do something about this. But yeah, go give that some love. It's a fun little video. It almost feels through edited. It's like almost one scene going through. Pacing at least keeps consistent on the story, but I do think there's a little bit odd in the middle. It doesn't quite. So there was the boop boop, and you had the explosion, but then it just kind of froze before the edit goes away. Just small editing issues, really. Anyway, let's not try and force finding issues. If I can't find anything with first look, I'll come back to it later and maybe do something. But it feels off tempo, is the way to put it, I think. The edits are there, but they're not quite right. So, like my one in that video I showed you, where like, I got the pulse incorrect.
Knowing all hatred is a justly earned scar.
Where I did that too soon. Right. Here we have the latest Canadian gobbledygook. That's what I call this song. By the Holy Ball. MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+. Murder the missing Indigenous women. I don't know what the first year is, but it says two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer. It doesn't matter. Let's give this a listen, shall we? Very crisp.
MMIWG2 SLGBTQQ MMIWG2 SLGBTQQ MMIWG2 SLGBTQQ MMIWG2 SLGBTQ. Yeah, AMAIMLSF tuning LTMRNND learning TTS Vay with an AD burner Burlow rock high real transformer HLM beat while I ML on the ops CIDC on the streets running 40x of flops my flow ops don't stop mad drops not slops intellectual clean sweep hot like paradox about to leave you all the language so they can't hide in silence breaking down the walls I'm committing verbal violence shocking like the dog info like a CIO they call themselves the one turning pronouns neo he him she her they them z zer they ver air z zim zer zer thon thons gears yip yips mears glee glitz sears woof woof gym gears adding more letters only making things worse they turn LGB into SJRs versus worse in terms play self unself kid self pup self mod self doll self moon self star self one self two self red self blue self lust self rat self sloth self pride self you're more than your sins learn to respect yourself stand as women and men do it for the house self YIIMO IDC ICYMIATP 1K Con IIRC STFU FAFO EOP MMIWG2 SLG.
All right. This is very well edited. I just want to stop because this is going to be hell to go through all the acronyms. It really is. If I was going to do that, so I'm going to pick out a few.
MMIWG2 SLGB
Right, now this is very crisply done in the gens. I think he's probably gone in and upscaled everything. I don't tend to do that very much. I try and get myself to like the 720, 1080 and sort of leave myself there. Slow intro, all good. I probably would have timed that a little bit differently had that happened a moment later to look at the. That was okay, I guess. It's cutting nicely on the bits. There's no mouth sync to worry about because he's just a holy ball. The Ember and Lord Intellect, of course. Ask Me Anything. Artificial Intelligence. Mother-loving sci-fi tuning. That's computer language stuff, I think, so I don't...
on the streets running 40x of flops. My flow ops don't stop, mad drops, not slops. Intellectual, clean sweep, hot like paradox. About to leave you all the language so they can't hide in silence. Breaking down the walls, I'm coming.
Leaflet in a version of herself she used for a debate.
In verbal violence, shocking like the dog, info like
Fire.
CIO, they call
Campbell soup. Yeah.
themselves the one turning pronouns. Me, yo, he, him, she,
And this is just a list of different pronouns.
her, they, them, z,
Yes, yeah.
they, ver, air, z, zim, zer.
And the thing is, pronouns are meant to make language simpler. To make to like, generalize. Alright, and here's a little history lesson as well for English. In the English language, there are no masculine pronouns. You have neutral and you have feminine. There used to be masculine pronouns, but they got phased out. And the masculine got replaced with just a neutral. In language, English language, it used to be that the word for female was withman, and the word for male was werman. And obviously withman got morphed into woman and wife, and werman just got be deleted and just got reduced to man, and that's where werewolf comes from. With werewolf in old legends just meaning a male wolf or the big wolf, the alpha wolf. And of course, people took werewolf meaning man wolf, but it's male wolf. Yeah, so that's that origin. That's how I learned it, because I was learning it from the fantasy and sci-fi lore knowledge side of things. Yeah. That's the thing, it doesn't actually mean wolf man, it means wolf male, or whatever, male wolf. Where was the male, the masculine. But as I said, in the language, it got deleted away from it. So all the masculine terms got turned into neuter terms. That's why all of the generic terms were also what we think of now as the masculine terms, but they weren't. They're all neuter terms. There's no masculine in the English language. A female wolf would be whiff wolf. If you said female werewolf, you're basically saying female male wolf. It's a trans werewolf, trans wolf. But that's all the oldie English, not modern English. But yeah, so we just basically forgot over time that it was neutral and started saying it as the masculine. But it's not. But anyway, so in most Romance languages, there's a masculine, female, and neuter. We just got rid of the masculine and took the neuter as the baseline and treat men as the baseline, which sounds both insulting and prominent. It's like men are the basic, but at the same time means woman has a higher standing, a higher purpose, a different special purpose in the English language. And Anglo-Saxon noises in the distance, yeah. I did not know glitch was a pronoun. Your timing is fantastic on your editing and very crisp. Did you upscale everything to over 1080, or is this just that crisp generation you managed? It looks 4K almost. Output, see, that's something else. So you went to the 1080, yeah, 2K. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Even though mine only gen at about 720, 1080 at best, I still gen at 2K, as in so upload at 2K and make the video at 2K because of data loss. So the higher you can send it in, the better it goes out to people. That's why it's the lower quality videos get worse with video releases.
IDC ICYMIATP
1000 porn IRC. If I really care, I can't remember. Shut the fuck up. Fuck around and find out. Don't know EOD. End of discussion. Yeah, cool. As I was joking earlier, you did fantastic lip syncing work here. Nice workaround. This is a very, very crisp song for what is basically a joke song. But fantastically done. Very nicely done. I haven't got any really notes on the editing. It's crisper than I manage. Maybe a little bit different at the start, but it works fine. And as I said, I'm usually softer on the start and the ends because they build up and slow down. It's usually the middle where the key is, and you kept the middle very, very crisp, very, very sharp. Everyone go give the original some love. And you didn't over-egg the editing either. Because that's the sort of trap that Naylor fell into. He kind of did too much of it. Okay. Here we have The Hopeful Trio by Melody the Hound and Kinney the Hound. I believe this is Melody's first foray into this. Let's see how this worked out for her. Bloody YouTube. I set things a certain way for a reason.
We had a dream for a child of our own, so precious, so beautiful, a love not yet known. Our hearts were so faithful, quietly dutiful. reaching for light in the dark, hopeful. Every night we tried holding on tight to a whisper of maybe a flicker of light, but months turned to years and hope met our fears. We were holding on to something we couldn't see, praying for a life that was meant to be. Tears fell in silence, hearts bruised and worn, waiting for the day you'd be born. One line staring back, breaking us in two, wishing with everything it would turn into you. The light we once saw grew dimmer each day, piece by piece our hearts slipped away. Tears of anger and sorrow tangled in pain. Hope felt fragile again and again. Well-wishers spoke, they meant it kind, but they couldn't see what lived in our minds. So we searched for the why. We kept asking how. We were holding on to something we couldn't see, praying for a life that was meant to be. Tears fell in silence, hearts bruised and worn, waiting for the day you'd be born. One line staring back, breaking us in two, wishing with everything it would turn into two. Loss after loss felt like knives to the heart, each goodbye tearing us further apart. But somewhere in the darkness, a flicker grew, a fragile little spark, something new. Then you came like a light we thought we lost. Every tear, every heartbreak, every cost, suddenly worth it. Every fight we knew, because all of it led us to you. Two lights shining, a moment so true. All of our effort turned into you. I see you now, and my heart just floats. In every laugh, in every note, you healed a place I thought was gone. With every smile you carry us on. Holding you close, I finally knew the dream we dreamed finally came true. You made us parents. Thank you for the honor, our treasured little daughter.
Okay, that was very, very beautiful. As a slower song, it doesn't need to do the beat type of editing that I've been going on about, but that's usually because majority of the songs we get in the community tend to be the fast-paced songs. With the slower ones, it's really much about following the flow of the song, which can be hard with the AI generation because of the limited length of clips we get out of it. Yeah. But this has been very beautifully edited. I could tell a lot of time and effort have been put into making sure that the clips were all just right, because you could end up with clips where it's almost perfect, but the little bits wrong.
We had a dream for a child of our own.
A nice like bright cut into the thing, and the soft shadowy transfer at that point. As I said, you don't need to do it's. These are what I call soft transitions, because they're slow, they aren't abrasive, and they're perfect for this kind of thing. I might have gone for a few overlaid fade transitions where one scene fades out and the other one fades in over each other, but that's a stylistic choice, not a demerit or anything like that. But I mean, they talk about light and dark in the song, so
every night we tried holding on tight to a whisper of maybe a flicker of light, but months turned to years and hope met our fears. We were holding on to something we couldn't see, praying for a life that was meant to be.
see, that was a sharp cut, and it was good for the pacing, but maybe a fade cut where they overlaid each other would be a little bit better, just to show it's a continuation, not a separation. As I said, it's very, very well done. I'm just trying to. I feel wrong doing it for this song, you know.
Waiting for the day you'd be born. One line staring back.
Definitely got the emotions across, that's for sure. And that, at the end of the day, is what this kind of song is for.
Wishing with everything it would turn into you. The light we once saw grew dimmer each day. Piece by piece, our hearts slipped away. Tears of anger and sorrow, tangled in pain. Hope felt fragile.
But yeah, I'm not going to play through it again, because if you want to watch it, watch their version, where you get better quality than a streamed version on top of a streamed version, if you know what I mean. There's very little, like I say, in the editing. I mean, it's clearly well genned. Pacing is about right. The lifts are at the right points. A lot of time and effort went to make sure this was just right. You've got this whole sort of blue tone to the early section, and then when they got here, suddenly there's like a lot of yellow to the tone instead.
You came like a light we thought we lost. Every tear, every heartbreak, every cost suddenly worth it. Every fight.
Even dark rooms are yellow now, not blue.
Just floats
a nice little funny bit to lighten the mood, to show the happiness coming through. But yeah, this is a fantastic piece of work. This deserves a lot of love. You talk about that scene or that scene where it's like the missing wall. It doesn't like having walls between you and what's being described. If you describe these characters and then say they're behind a fence, the fence kind of vanishes. Because if you like describe bats on the coat or anything like that, it makes them want to be seen. It's like
All I want.
where is it? Ah, there we go. The amount of effort it took to make that fence stay there when I described this guy walking up. And if I remade this video now, I wouldn't even have this scene. But yeah, it's a very, very beautiful video. Very well put together, very meaningful. Not just them, but it's a very universal message as well to those who are struggling to start families. Don't give up hope. Okay. Hopefully this is a happy song, but start looking at the starting scene, I'm guessing not. This is The Line Gets Thin by General Gravy. This came out almost 2 weeks ago. I don't know how I missed it. Let's give this a watch. God damn it, YouTube.
I used to see it clear as day, black and white, no shades of gray. But every truth I try to hold started cracking, growing cold. Faces smiling, hands like knives, preaching rules they never tried. Tell me what I'm standing for, if it's right to
Ah, it's a looping animation song.
I kept my distance, played it right, stayed awake through every night, but something shifted in my chest and I don't fight it like I did yet. The line gets thin when no one's clean, when every truth's just in between. I held it back, I bit my tongue, but maybe I've been wrong this long. If no one's innocent, why pretend? Why break myself just to defend? I feel it slipping in my mind. The line gets thinner every time. I hear them talk like they're above.
Yeah, I heard the conversation earlier today as well.
Call it love.
I mean, the song's quite nice, and it's not a full loop. There's a few variations, but there are a few where it probably would have been worth going to a different animation.
They would trust,
But there's no tempo animation on this one. I think it's just changes.
why I still resist when all of
So from my end, there's not a lot to actually analyse here. It's nicely genned. They're all nicely genned.
didn't sound like this
Um,
before. It's quieter, but it's clear, saying what I need to hear.
But there's no glue.
When no one's clean, when every truth's just in between. I held it back, I played it safe. Now I just feel it start to break. If no one's innocent, why pretend? Why lose myself just to defend? I feel it settle in this time. The line was never mine.
That was a bit weird. Maybe a reference to a game I think of.
Maybe it's just
Doki Doki.
being straight. Maybe all this weight I carried wasn't mine to
yes, it would. As a placeholder, yes. But I'm always in favour, and I know I've done it twice now where I've released a video where it's just a still image with a song. But in both cases, they were previews where I had a version of the song that I liked but wasn't going to be the final song. Where I've done a still image. Looking back on it, I probably would try and do a little animation loop in the future, maybe. But I don't see myself doing many just single song releases, to be fair. If you know what I mean. Not fully developed. Might do one at 500.
The line is gone, I barely see what it ever meant to me. All this doubt I used to fight, now it's starting to feel right. If no one's innocent, I won't pretend, I won't break just to defend. There's a quiet in my mind, now the line is left behind.
But yeah, it's a pleasant enough song. I say pleasant enough song, it's quite a dark theme to it, but it's a nice song. Go Give General Gravy Some Love. That probably explains why I didn't watch it before. I probably popped a glimpse and realised it was a loop image one. I tried to avoid those because there's not really a lot to say about them. There's a few weird choices in like changing scenes.
Every truth just in between. I held it back, I bit my tongue. But maybe I've been wrong this long. If no one's innocent, why pretend? Why like they're above? Dressed in lies, they call it love. Every word just twist the sin.
Just a random change. I don't know if you're going to do that. I feel try and like do it with the pulse a bit more. I mean, that was on the pulse, but I mean, like, go there and stay there for a bit, and then come back at another pulse change. Okay. Now we have the Chad Apocalypse, Ashes to Ashes by Vespa. She usually does good work, although I do think she kind of goes for a little bit too of a realistic look in her style, and it kind of degrades what she does a little bit, especially if she does realistic in unrealistic situations. So let's see how she's managed this time. Got 3 cameos right from the beginning here. Leaflet, Celestium, and I could never remember her name. I've never actually seen her stream or anything. I think she's a friend of Leaflet's. But anyway, let's give this a watch.
It's time. Where's Blackthorn?
Either annoying the Kivok family or setting something on fire with Runya.
Runner. Okay, cool.
Can this wait until after?
Okay, Grumpy.
This is just a bit invasive.
Fine, I'll go find Runya and set something on fire.
I'm fine with Depths. DW is good as well.
River dried up and barren earth ahead, scraping for survival. Be better.
She's been in a few. Yep. I don't remember the name of the guy Harmful was fighting though. Seen him a lot, but I can never remember his name.
Yeah, there be blue hairs about. Let's not keep them waiting.
Avoid all the cities, have someone keep watch while the rest of us sleep.
So, what are chuds? Basically, people without severe mental illness.
Have I mentioned I hate foxes?
Well, that was almost too easy.
True. I suppose that's what happens when you're against 2-8.
So, all we did was drive around?
Let the young kids fight, dude. It's Sunday. Nice day for a drive.
Fuck, what did I miss?
See, that's what I mean by having a nice ending. I mean, the AI voices weren't too bad there, but it was a little echoey. So maybe having like a very soft, quiet version of the track going on in the background, might sound like it's coming through a radio or something, might have helped soften that out a bit.
Where's Blackthorn?
Either annoying.
Yeah, I mean, editing wise, I do think going super realistic does cause struggles, especially as she's tried converting Kivox's wife into the same sort of style, but because the only references there are 2D, it's left her looking a bit weird. But I think that's more the animation than the starting image. Yeah. Whereas Kivox, I don't know.
After coffee, this is just a bit invasive.
Yeah. Ramps up nicely. A fire. Bit of ramp up. And I would have cut on the little, not little dried up. Hey, Kura. Yeah, try and speed up that a little bit so get the fire on the dead, and then adjust the speed for the explosion to be there. Now, considering that's a gorilla on its own, I think that's YSR. So you had that wee heavy beat, and then it's cut. So it's a bit of late on the cut. Again, on the wee would be a good point to cut. Steel. Not bad. Cut here, to be honest. I'd have tried speeding up so that the fall happens on dust to dust, and then go back to one of the racing car moments. And the music is going on about very heavy. Are you sure it's Harambe? Because there was no Philip around. So I'm thinking it might be YSR, who's a gorilla who's turned up in the chats and stuff, working on the images. I've tried to warn him that he's going to be in for a bit of a rough ride. He might end up getting switched out, if you know what I mean. And this is always hard. Flapping wings is always an insane pace. You can do instructions to make them slower, but I get the feeling this was a slow scene that she sped up to get the motion she wanted because they weren't moving fast enough in the actual... This is probably how fast they were moving in the generation. Cut. 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 I'm not saying that's how I would cut this particular thing, but for the music purposes. Yeah, it's Harryhausen. It's motion, stop motion effect effectively, and where it's not, if it's not done to the right pace, it can look a little bit. Oh yeah, she's definitely doing a lot better. But I think what's happened is she's struggled. I know she struggled to make this scene because I was helped her on X a little bit trying to figure out how to make the car flip, and it looks like she never actually managed to achieve it. The car still lands the right way up. That was the right moment to cut, but it should have cut to a different scene and then come back to them, because it just looks disturbing when you've got the same effective scene. See, well, either like cut on dust to dust, start or end. So they cut the right moment, but because it cut there, it's just a bit jarring.
Let's not keep them waiting.
Bridge moment, not too much of an issue. Cuts to them running at a good time. So it's a bridge. So boom, 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 boom.
So what are chuds?
Problem is, it's starting to ramp up here, and they've pulled out again for more speech. I understand why,
Basically
but
people without severe mental illness.
I'd have cut on that guitar riff to do this. And then cut away on the heavy beat. I don't want to sound like harsh, but this is... Rock really struggles with fights. This is pretty good. I believe this wasn't done through Grok. I think somebody else pointed out something else to use. Can't remember what it was. That's perfectly timed, but I wouldn't have followed up the bloop scene with the Eli scene, because it makes it a bit confusing. I'd have put something else in between and then come back to another pool scene later. Oh, yeah, his facepalm's perfectly timed. That's Van Rex. There's the cat army. Maybe both in the same scene, or if you're going to, because they basically do the same thing. You've got to spread them out a little bit, rather than having them do it one after the other. Because even though it's not the same person, because they're so grungified, at first when Eli jumped up, I thought it was the bloop doing the same thing again in a different gen. It was only when I sort of realised that it was a bloke. I was, oh, that's not bloke, that's not bloop, that's somebody else. Oh, it's Eli. And here we have Brunya's favourite scene. Yeah, either separate the scenes or put them in the same scene together. Cut on waist, so it's a little bit late. That was a good time. Although I have to say this gen of Asman makes him look a lot older. especially a lot older than he's looked in this video so far. There you go, we don't need to see anymore. Yeah. But good show. Go give the original some love.
I mentioned I hate foxes.
Well, that was almost too easy.
True. I suppose that's what happens when you're against 2-8.
So, all we did was drive around?
Let the young kids fight, dude. It's Sunday. Nice day for a drive.
Just nice, a few little extra cameo bits and clips. All good.
What did I miss?
But I would have put something like a little beat on there. Just because the AI has a tone to it when it's speaking that can get a little bit. But yeah, very good all round. Just a little bit of a tightening up, I think, on some of the scene edits. But I think this was a real struggle for her to get through. I remember she was like really annoyed with some of the generation work going on. So I think she probably got a bit fed up with it a little bit. All right, I've just hit the 2 hour mark. I'm going to take a quick break. So, because the Twitch is moaning at me to do an ad as well, so I'll do that while I'm doing the break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. And as usual, when coming back from a break, I will play one of my videos. Now, I played it earlier, but I had the screen screwed up, so no one actually saw the video. So... Hey, Ted.
Sunrises on my new home. Decades of work sitting here alone. I wonder why I tried. My nerves long fried when you were not here with me. And I ask, will my soul ever be free? My aches and pains from years of strain are all a dull echo, shadows refrain compared to the efforts of the day. The echoes of you hold far more sway. The ring I bought stays locked in the drawer. Gold turn cold, I'll walk these rooms. I clean, I prepared, forming a path never shared as I grow old. I wonder and dream of what would have been as I feel my life a shadow of a world never seen. And I ask, why not me? Why can't my soul be free? Every birthday candle, every New Year's glass is merely a marker of
Hello, there are those of us joining.
blow out the flame, I swallow the toast, but the silence still screams loud inside my head. I go through motions, I smile on cue, clock in, clock out, pay every due. The bed stays half empty, a warmth that slipped right through. Do you hear me when I call your name? Or am I just going insane? Am I only not taking a chance, chasing a love lost to circumstance? I wonder and dream of what would have been as I feel my life a shadow of a world never seen. And I ask, why not me? Why can't my soul be free?
This is one of my old music videos. Just came back from a break, so I usually do a little showcase before I do reviews of other people, so you can see that even I made mistakes early on. Even I sound so pompous saying that.
Haunted by a ghost that never strays. Every creak in the floor, every shift of light feels like you're walking through the night. Will it always bleed your memory? Will every breath stay heavy with what can't be? I'm still here breathing as I ask, do I wanna say? And if there's a place where the lost ones wait, do you sit there watching patiently? Do you whisper it's okay to let you go? Or is holding on the only way I know? I wonder and dream of what would have been as I feel my life a shadow of a world never seen. One last time I ask almost out loud, why not me?
Prompt images, Grok, CapCut, Suno.
I'm still here breathing, but honestly,
So like this, I'd redo so much of this video now. That end scene, especially just that.
all I wanna
Alright. Cat. Oh, pardon me. Alright, so now what I wanted to do when I did that earlier videos, because I was going to do that and then move on to... Come on, there we go. Now, this one is the first proper lore video, because all the rest of them up to this point have got some kind of mix in them. I haven't played Exposition 33.
People say, but access to power seems to hold sway. Seeking the knowledge for noble intent doesn't protect you from a bad descent. Power corrupts, a familiar refrain. Terms used to make you abstain.
I rushed this one out a little bit, I think.
Honestly true, it makes you choose what to say.
A lot of wasted space and time. Smiled in your shadow, knives with a grin. Brothers by daylight, hardened vipers within. One hand on your shoulder, the other on steel. The nearer they stand, the harder the real. Betrayed by the blood that I swore to defend. Friends turn to phantoms when the throne lights are set. Was never treated, scars never fade. Still I reach for a hand I can't abide. Just timed it. I also needed to be a lot stricter on the style. Shifted too much in this video.
Every crown weighs 1,000 dead names. Every oath carried rust in the flames. You learn to lock doors even inside your chest. Trust becomes poison when loyalty's stressed. But if no one is worthy, the rot never dies. The cycle keeps turning on infinite lies. So I play for the gamble. I'll shatter the cage. Better to fall, trusting than rot in my rage. Betrayed by the blood that I swore to defend. Yet somewhere a spark refuses to end. I'll carry the fire, I'll shoulder the cost to find one true soul worth the trust that I lost. Power can break, power can bend, but hope is the fire that refuses to gutter. I'll trust till I'm ashes, I'll rise through the night, hoping for one honest heart can still burn out the blight. One is high, can still burn out the blight.
And that leads directly into Redemption's Price, which is the latest one. Alright, back to the reviews. We have another one from Walesbane, Deliver Us. I wonder what we're going to get from this one. Last one was quite interesting. A nice rockabilly style song with a one of the best realistic styles I'd seen done. Very little distortion, but it was also very realistic scenes along with the realistic animation style. So it wasn't stressed by trying to do crazy things like having wings or so on. It was just people with masks with a few weird animations put on top of them. So let's see what he's got for us this time. Definitely not a rockabilly, that's for sure. Oh, bloody hell, dude. That died. But this is an instrumental song. Fair enough. Very pretty, but I've seen a few gen issues. Alright. Very consistent animation style with the CG rather than realistic look this time. On the beat changes for the most part. I wouldn't have done that flicker there. Because that has nothing to do with the timing of the beat. Slow in, go, the high pitch, good. There's nothing happening on the beat. If he'd gone straight to this combat scene from that beat, probably would have worked a little bit better. Holding there is fine, but it feels like the wrong time to hold. And if they do hold, probably do one of those pulse effects he was doing on other parts. With the that kick perfectly on the beat, but it just felt a bit weird with that slow down before. And we've got the chainsaw turning to a power sword sort of thing. Good scene shifting, sharp shifting on the hard beats. Slow shifting on the prayer. That delay there on that bit should have been a little bit earlier. And I tried to get that impact a little bit faster, so like bat boom. Having an effect there is good, but I think that was a little over the top. I mean, the rest of this is good. It's very pretty, very well done. It's mostly edited together at good times, and I know it can be difficult to get this sort of combat working well. But some of the scenes feel a little bit misplaced in terms of timing. Good finishing scene though. Probably would have had like a instant little end card, I think, really. Just to sort of like smooth the end out. But yeah, go give the original some love. I do prefer the previous song, the Rockabilly one. I think that was much better put together than this one was. Although I do like the aesthetic of this one. I just don't think the AI generation is quite up to it yet, to doing it full justice in that level of quality, at least. Okay, let's get this sorted out before YouTube decides to reset it all again. Here we have If Slipknot Taught the ABCs by Dr. Foxotic. I have reacted to some of Dr. Foxotic's things before, but it's been a while, I think. This one popped up on my thing, so I've just added it. I've not seen anything about it. Let's give this a watch. Okay, that's a fun little short one. It shouldn't be, because it's not an actual Slipknot song directly. And besides, on YouTube is where I'm more likely to get hit than Twitch, because and even then, I'm not at the 500 yet on YouTube, so they're not going to care there. On Twitch, I might get this part of the VOD muted if it's anything close to the original, because I got my VOD muted when I did the reaction to Julia Lacrosse April Fool's song, where it was a parody of what you call it, Never Gonna Give You Up. But on Twitch, it's because I popped up a short, brief bit of a song from the same period of time that I felt the song sounded more like than Never Gonna Give You Up. On YouTube, however, they've tagged it with both Never Gonna Give You Up and the song that I actually played. Yeah, the Rickroll. So if I had actually been monetized on YouTube at the time, they probably would have demonetized that or stole that, even though it wasn't that song. It was the lyrics of that song for the most part, but the song flow didn't sound correct for it to be a Rick Astley song. Reset everything yet again. All right. Now we have Supai Nemesis extended official music video from about a week ago. I'd seen Supai mentioned a lot, but I never actually saw her channel pop up, so I didn't know about her until somebody else went to react to her, and I grabbed the links before we played. So I haven't seen this, apart from this scene and about 5 or so seconds into the actual video. But let's give this a watch and see what it's like.
Shadows stretch across my mind. Whispers echo sharp as knives. I built the walls, but you climb. You're the thought I can't avoid. A storm that lives inside my head. You're my nemesis, my sweet abyss, a fire I can't resist. You're my nemesis, my hit or miss, but I can't quit. No, I can't quit. You wear my fears like a crown. Turn my world upside down. Every step I take, you're around. You're the ghost I can't outrun. The dark that blocks my sun. You're my nemesis, my sweet abyss, a fire I can't resist. You're my nemesis, my hit or miss, but I can't quit. No, I can't quit.
There's a lot of jokes I could make about this scene, but I won't.
Got a monster under my bed, never sleep because he's up in my head. The face that I fear and the name I won't say it too. Now I don't have much of a soul left, but the devil, he demands what he's owed. You call me your angel, I fell from the grace of you. So take it. I did it all for you. sleep because he's up in my head. The face that I fear and the name I won't say. It's you.
I get the feeling this is the extended bit. It's just thrown in
Now I don't have
cameos.
much of a soul left, but the devil, he demands what he's owed. You called me your angel, I fell from the grace of you. So take it, I did it all for you. I did it all for you. And now I'm your enemy, your enemy, your enemy. You do this to me, make a fake enemy. The air gets cold when the story's old, and you're crying on your bathroom floor, saying you don't want it anymore. Yeah, I know how this ends. You hate the way that we left it, but there's no going back, 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 back. You used to be my friend, now you're just an nemesis. We were innocent, you're just a nemesis. Thought you were meant for me, but you have changed. I used to love you, but now I love me more. I see it all clearly now. We were never meant to work out. I wish you well, but I can't pretend that you didn't do what you did. There's no going back,
Sadly enough, I think this is an example of where Don P's criticism about cameo slot comes into play. It's a lot of people being thrown in for the sake of throwing the people in. They ran out of story for the song and filled it up with people. It's not the worst example of it I've seen. Oh. And they forgot to cut the audio off this bit.
I am the dealer, the one who decides your fate. This chaos is my playground. I deal in power. Face me if you dare. I'll show you true power. I'm the dealer now.
Yeah, I remember seeing that story coming up, but I didn't know what it was in reference to. I saw the they put it up on X, didn't they? The image of the accidental kiss scene. And they said about it was an accidental prop left in. What I mean by it being cameo slop is that they're just there saluting. There's nothing that really signifies them about these cameos. You got the cutie dot pocket in a fiery area. It doesn't. None of these really link to the characters. They're just there to be there, and if they're there for support, all great. Yeah. Having the voice there for when she's doing that thing, as a little outro thing, that's fine. This bit, I really hate the grok noise. It just loves putting this big chimey echo in the background. Yes, a very, very, very simple, just character salutes sort of thing. Some of them are very nice models of the characters that I hadn't seen before. I had seen Plague Doctor, and I think this is an AI artifacting of where in some people's image prompt, they put a front, left, and right next to each other. I've had it happen with my character because my prompt image, if I quickly go to image, model, active, on model, hard drive decides to act up. Come on. Open with. Boom. Where I've got like the three heads here. I've had it happen where these three heads, when I'm trying to generate a scene with this character, the three heads just appear randomly. I found that the best way of dealing with it is just at the start of the prompt, put no sound in scene. Because even if you tell someone to speak, it won't overwrite the no sound in scene for the background. So it'd be sound is absolutely, scene is absolutely quiet. And that really does just sort of deal with the background issue of the sound. My ass. Yeah, it was a bit of an unlucky typo there. But yeah, you get some weird, even though it's like an image that the AI knows to understand as a character reference sheet, and that they're not. I've used a dozen images that have a similar template. It will still every now and again give you three floating heads for some reason, and that's what I feel has happened with here, this version of Psychro. Pretty good version of Keen and Roboticus. I haven't seen many people use this version of Cleopatra. It was like in one scene in Cleopatra Art. Yeah. For me, honestly, the song mostly ends about here. The rest of it is kind of just a thank you and added bits in. With the realistic art and the unrealistic characters, it's not a bad result they're getting here. But you can see rather than being ears, it's a headband. See, that cut was here on middle walls. It should have been a little bit earlier. That's a good cut. There's no sound coming through from the... I turned the volume down on the music a little bit so it's a bit... you can hear me a bit easier talking about the song. Set my audio mixer. I still can. Ah, okay, so it's also in Cleopatra AI. Fair enough. It's fine enough, like, yeah. Usual AI thing of them not being able to know which way cards are supposed to face in that. But you can just see that's the background of the card. See, it's not doing the cuts on the beats, and this is quite a fast-paced song. It should have hit in and changed over a little bit earlier. Then on quit. There, that cut and crown, okay, but it's... Yes, it's like two things put together. I tried doing that in some of my earlier songs as well. Not so much appreciation, but mixing two different concepts. That's why some of my early lore videos have got such a mixed tone to them. But I also didn't try and do it as here's my lore. Now here's a little bit of political stuff. It was a blending of the two, best I could manage at the time. So it sort of flows together. But I think the reason they did it this way is because it's about how they reached a point in their life and they was troubled, and then the community reached them. So it's kind of the end of the story as the story as far as it is the appreciation section. See, and then here we come in, it's like in the middle of every step, whereas it happens at the start of every. So cut here. Cut. Oh, that's fine. I think it's because of the timing of the speed of the actual animation that it's doing the cuts the way it is. But I try and speed up and slow down sections of it. Just like have them hold for a moment. And so you can get the timing to match the beat a little better for the scene changes. So on that beat would have been a good one. That's a good change. That was on a beat as well. And that was in the middle of a drum roll. I mean, the actual quality of the generations is good. This one looks a little surreal. That's partly because of the way the characters are staring at the camera. It's like there's a key moment there for a change there. It's got the slow, slow, slow. Then it's really, really fast. The song's good, and the imagery is nicely done. I just think it's not paced quite right. It's like I've said before with some of these videos. You've got two nice bits of bread. One's got the peanut butter, one's got the jelly. They're just sitting side by side. They're not quite put together into the sandwich. But it's a good all-round job. Just needs a bit of tightening up on the actual final execution, I think. Putting it together. Go give the original some love. How many times do I have to press pause? 720 max. This is another prime example of that sort of thing, but this one feels like it's the images are slow and steady, as in Exiled King Broly does really, really nice artworks, does really nice songs, but they don't mesh up fantastically well. Kind of like how Power Corrupts. Up until about here, they mesh up reasonably well, but then the story goes one way and the song goes another, and it just doesn't feel like they're the same entity anymore. The story really got away from me on this one. I kind of realised that I'd messed up. I'd started the story too early in the story, if you know what I mean. There needed to be something before this, before I got to where I wanted to be in this story. Anyway. To be honest, a lot of what my complaints with Broly stuff is that there are some scenes where I can see it's really good, but it's not. And it's referencing something in the song lyrics, but it's not where those song lyrics are, so it feels like it's out of place. It's shifted to the left, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's give this one a watch, see how he's done with this one.
Until they
enough.
I walk the shadowed skies in silence, undrawn low inside. The cloak of endless void conceals the fury of the night. Earth is fed its darkness, let the evil grow unchecked. Now the hooded angel comes to teach what they reject. No more pleading, no more mercy for the hearts that lost their way. I raise my clawed hand slowly as the violet storms obey. Every city, every nation feels the curse begin to spread. A veil of silent judgment falls where mortal evil breaks. They scream for light, they beg for peace, but cannot face their own. So I will bind their evil deep until the truth is shown. I curse the earth in hooded silence, cloak of midnight throne. Dark void angel places shadows where the wicked spawn. Until they learn to chain the darkness living in their veins. The worm will sleep beneath my veil of violet chains. No salvation without suffering, no freedom without care. Wreck the globe in endless night until they purge the rot. Hooded one, the silent judge, the void that watches all. I cast you out till you rise above the evil in your Children cry in cities wrapped in purple tinted gloom. Leaders fall to knees as shadows swallow every room. The evil that they nurtured now reflects in every face. Trapped beneath my cloak until they choose a better grace. I do not hate the mortals, only what they've let become. The monster in the mirror that they refuse to overcome. So I will hold the planet still in cold and sacred sleep until the day they slay the beast that lives in them. So sleep now, children of the earth. Dream of what you could have been when you learn to cage your darkness. I will lift the curse again.
That was a good thing.
I curse the earth in hooded silence, cloak of midnight drawn. Dark void angel seals your fate until the evil's gone. No more hiding from the mirror, no more feeding in a war. The veil remains eternal till you rise and break the flaw. When the last corrupted heart has learned to choose the light. When humanity contains the dark that haunts them every night. Then I'll lower my hooded gaze and let the sun rise through. But until that day of reckoning, the curse belongs to you. Beneath the cloak until you learn to hold your own. Darkness.
I mean, but yeah, that's an example of what I was saying. Very good song with a very interesting message. Fantastically beautiful visuals. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Even though he may only be generating at 720, if he encodes the video higher and uploads higher, this will still look a lot nicer than what we're getting here. And I could tell this image looks far nicer on his end than what we're receiving here. I mean, mine is around 720 to 1080, and I'm getting much cleaner looks. I mean, when you pause like this, it's definitely very fuzzy, but his is fuzzy throughout. It's really sad because I can tell this is really good art. But as usual, he likes to sit on his images for a little bit too long. I mean, I would as well, because they're nice. They are that nice looking. But there's some like key examples. So you've got the that was a good change. I probably would have done something at the start of the singing as well, even if it was just like a pulse or something. Alright, there. It cuts in the middle. I would have sped that clip up a little bit. Then cut here. Even cut the same way, but cut to this scene at the start of this change of lyrics. Cut. Do you know what I mean? It's like a and to be honest, that's the majority of what I've got to say. This he does really good art, does really good songs, and I can understand. I mean, this is definitely a lot better than just having a still image or some of the looped images. I just wish he took that extra step just to get the scenes to match up just right with the beat of the music or the flow of the lyrics. It would just raise it so much a higher level. I mean, some of his visuals are some of the best. Because I'm not a huge fan of when people go super realistic. And I think that's the wrong way to go at the moment. The AI is not quite there to be stable enough with it. This stylized stuff, though, is precisely what's perfect for it at the moment. I mean, even my anime style is a little bit rough on the AI at the moment. The more stylized you go, the easier it is. I mean, sorry, random.
But my human hand touched this melody so low. But my human hand
I mean, this is all super slow. It's even stuttery in its animation, but it matches the tone, and you can get away with it by the fact that it feels right. Hey, cool. Yeah, so the imagery is perfect for the song. I just think it's mistimed in edits. He's holding too long, and I can understand why. This stuff's epic. I wouldn't want to cut it either. The number of scenes where I've had something and I've had to cut it. Let's see if I can bring up something. Give me a second. see. And over here, I just need to quickly switch this over. This is probably go jank. I apologise. Let's see if I can grab. Oh, why won't that show? That is annoying. Yeah, it depends on the song. With fast songs, you want to try and cut and I do a lot of very fast songs. Fast songs. Why is that not showing up? That should be available here. Cancel. Actually, that might be the way of doing it. Go here. Go to, where's it gone? Go to here. And go to here. Entire section because even though I think it's the best looking spider out the bunch, it completely mucked up on the me side of it, and it didn't look anything like the other spiders for me to be able to edit it together. Yeah. Sometimes you got to let the cool scenes slide. And yet again, when you change the lyrics, just change the visuals. And that one, hold on to it until fall. The drop beat, that's where you should do the change on the fall. I mean, it's really good stuff. It's just mistimed. And that's all I can really say about the entire thing. It's really, really good. Just mistimed. Did I link this earlier? Did I? Paste. Okay. I will now go to my latest song.
A spark in the dark of a maddening storm. The faint hope of absolution from going too far. Honest guilt and staying true to form, knowing all hatred is a justly earned scar. I seek redemption, but not from them. I seek redemption from those I wronged, not from those who only condemn, but from those whose pain truly belongs. I let anger blind me. It's no exemption, but can I, through my actions, earn redemption?
It's a combination of two runes. One means arcane, the other one means balance. In the setting, it's the equivalent of like a certificate of training. Qualification. But on me in particular, it's about making sure the power doesn't go out of control that was taken in the previous song. See, that spider's nowhere near as cool as the other one. And even there's like two different kinds of spiders there, but they're close enough for editing purposes.
But don't you dare act like your soul isn't a pyre when your closet's a graveyard and your conscience is a liar. I regret the pain I caused, I regret the rage, but I don't regret the truth that set the stage. Your failure to act was to save your own face. For politics' sake, you hid in disgrace. I seek redemption, but never from you. I'll crawl through the hell that my choices drew. Not from the pious with blood on their shoes. I'll make my amends where the price is due. Yeah, I let anger blind me. It's no exemption, but watch me rise and earn my own redemption. You can keep your judgment, keep your throne. I'll wear my scars and walk alone. Regretful, but never on my knees. Defiant, I'll still be free.
I love that YouTube debuff. That was a quick. Actually, no. I'll now actually let you guys have. I've already done this for people on Monday. I'm going to give you a preview of a song that's due to be released on Friday. I think it's Friday. It might be Saturday. Yeah, the links. If you look at the profile on the YouTube, there is a link directly there on the me. See. Let's make sure this isn't screwed up. Yes, and you turned you off for a reason.
All I wanna do is hit that shore, love you more, waves along the floor. I know that sounds bright, like a perfect light, a dream that feels right.
I use CapCut.
Surrounds us with joy, it truly crowns us. Walking hand in hand in this place, matching rings and smiling face. Friends flying in with a toast to begin, and still all I wanna do is thrill.
Burgers and wraps, sunsets on tap, rings in a box, toes in the rocks, just rest for a day. Let our worries drift away.
Seashells and laughter, dreaming of our ever after.
And every time I look your way, another little doubt falls away.
I wanna dance with the waves, feel the tide in loving waves. Now the ocean's at the edge with its soft
Question again,
whispers, promise you'll return to this golden little land.
Family sending messages, we treasure and we save.
It's our
Big day, love, we got memories to engrave.
My phone's lighting up with another smiling alert. Our favorite people sending hearts and joyous words. Sunrise on fire, hopes getting higher. And what's more, it's our story. They're all cheering for.
Rock's a perv. I did not tell it to do that at all.
Like we're perfectly designed to say a shared I do. All I want's a beach chair, sea breeze in the air, soft music to share, no old work day nightmare. Let the deadline fight, let the worries fade from sight. I'm clocking in gladly, I forever can't wait.
And here comes the postman with letters that he lays.
A seaside vending note from the inn by the gate. Old plans in a file, but we've rewritten it.
Now every little detail seems perfectly fit.
I just want a thrill. Watch the waves by the hill.
One Saturday where time stands still. Warm sand, your smile, and a heart to fill. All I want is thrill. All I want is chill. All I want is thrill.
And the whole beach stands still.
Burgers and paps, brewskis on tap, rings on a rack, our suitcase to unpack. Just rest for a day, let the world fade away. We'll write our vow saga on this bright beach veranda, while every tide rolls our way.
We'll laugh and we'll sway. I wanna roll with these moments. They are coming in sweet bunches.
Sun-kissed freckles, little splashes, love and sunlit crunches.
Now the future's at the fence with this bright question again.
Says walk on down that sandy aisle, say your yes and then
Friends and the messages will always hold dear.
can't wait for your wedding, see you both right here.
Our hearts glowing warm with your joyful alert.
Picture my phone in your white linen shirt.
Skies painted fire.
Sunset climbs higher.
And what's more, every color sings our choir.
I just want silence,
The good kind grand.
just waves and you laugh and that ring on your
The
hand.
bright world keeps singing. You, yes, you.
Like the universe conspired to make this view.
All I want's a launch, yeah.
Girl smoke in the air,
Sea breeze in my hair.
you're soft, I'll be there.
Let the stars ignite, let them bless this night. We're rocking it forever, our shared fate.
Here comes the postman with postcards, delicate.
Pictures of this bay from each visiting maid.
Old fears just vanish.
Love has done it,
Stay right by my side.
and that's our
Promise in it. I just wanna thrill.
pause perfectly still.
One wedding where joy overflows and will
Just meet on the flame and our dreams fulfill.
all I want to thrill. All I want to chill. All I want to thrill.
As we whisper,
We will.
There you go. Now I got through my backlog a lot sooner than I was expecting, to be honest. I thought that would actually last me a bit longer. So what I'll do is after that nice happy mood, go back to only joking.
all I wanna do is live my life. Go through a day without strife. Somehow there's too much, just a mental crutch, a dream out of touch. Real life confronts me as work just up and bumps me, moving me from place to place, expecting my life to give chase. Friends left behind, new contracts to be signed, but still
Now what if I told you that the song you just previously heard was remixed from this song?
brewskis on tap, ribs on a rack, some fries for a snack, just rest for a day, let the world fade away. Politics and drama,
I adjusted the lyrics, but
every time I look away, some other tragedy swings my way. I wanna roll with the punches, but they are hidden in bunches. Now the neighbors at the fence with some wit to dispense. Employers sending messages I can't brush off. I'm like, can I enjoy my day off? Phones blowing up with another breaking alert. An opinionated celebrity's feelings got hurt. Government declaring innocence, no defense. Cities on fire. In a world of
Give me
gray
a second, I'm grabbing something.
lies, moody politics, criminal ties, hope and happiness seem far away. Don't let the doomer hold sway. There
Now, I was working on a Wacky Racers. Yeah, Moody is kind of like the standard for him. It's also the standard for me, to be honest. But yeah, the symbol itself isn't specific to the character. And in some of the earlier videos, he doesn't even get it all the time. Let's try and find a good example. Yeah, so I was going to do an AR Races parody sort of thing, but the visuals just really weren't working, so I scrapped the entire project. At least for now. I might come back to it later, but I'm going to let you hear the song I came up with. Is this the right one?
And now here they are, the most ridiculous bunch of AI racers. First up, we have...
Here we go. No, that's just a rough... I was right.
And now here they are, the most ridiculous bunch of AI racers. First up, we have Team Masker with Gaming Syndicate and Psy-Crow in the Nuclear Halo. Following them is Bupeela in the Synth Cloud Racer, and quickly followed by the spooky undead Moomy and Mavlock in their Bone Roller. Then here comes the ever dapper ladies' man, Lord Intellectual with his Racer, the Reasoned Answer. Oh, here we have the elegant
makes
Lady
sense.
Ember in a Flame Paradox. Next we have the Kitty Racer with Eustace and Lusty Lynx. Oh dear, she seems confused by his directions. Next we have the Sailing Shanty with its driver Captain Keen, and taking up the rear, poof, we have the dastardly Feeble Mind and his companion Seeble Mind. This race could be anyone. Wacky AI Racers! They're off to the finish line!
It's fine. I think it was an extremely short one. I did have a longer version of it as well. Somewhere. But I was going to do a short one as a nice little clip and then do a modernized version of it with the longer version of the song. Here's another remix that I'm working on the idea of redoing the entire song for.
I walk the world, happy to be left alone, and they'll still police my tone, so I'll raise my voice, body tense, and somehow my presence is oppressive. So much haram and proscribed, the mental gymnastics are impressive. Their only truth is what's prescribed. I'm fighting not to fall, tiredness seeping into the bone, held off rest call. Now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started battles
Oh dear.
brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am.
Hey Digger. I'm pretty much on the wrapping up section here, I think, because I caught up with all the videos. Just treating people to a few of the in-work stuff.
Seems illegal to seek information. Not every fight is a drawn-out slug. Fights I struggle to avoid, but seems silence is violence. Faced with those who won't listen, any face true
to tie you down so you'll never be free. Give years of life, toil and strife, paper thin goals to rake you over cold.
Still I drag this carcass forward through the ash. Bones crack, muscles beginning to thrash. Every step a middle finger to the script. Every breath a theft they didn't predict.
They want me kneeling, quiet, spent, complying, ghost already bent. But I'm too tired to be afraid, too broken to behave, too stubborn to fade. So I'll keep swinging till the grave.
I'm fighting not to fall.
Tiredness seeping into the bone.
Held off, rest cold.
Yeah, the cat's called Glitch, by the way.
Time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I.
Oh, you know what?
Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and I feel alone. Just step after step until I'm dead, feeling like I'm trying to atone.
Maybe one day the fight will end.
If I'm still there,
Will I be happy?
till then I'll just full send.
When it's over, I'll leave it to others to be sappy.
I'll lay down my bones, rest my mind.
Feel my soul and dream till I feel
Okay, so that's a remix. Look familiar?
I'll walk the world, happy to be left alone, and they'll still police my tone. So I'll raise my voice, body tense, and somehow my presence is oppressive. So much harem and prescribed. The mental gymnastics are impressive. Their only truth is what's prescribed. I'm fighting not to fall. Tiredness seeping into the bone. Held off, rest cold. Now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Every time I start a conversation, immediately treated like a thug. Others say I'm empathy devoid. Seems illegal to seek information. Not every fight is a drawn-out slug. Fights I struggle to avoid. But seems silence is violence. Faced with those who won't listen. Any face truth denied. Disagreement, cold ignorance. Government promises prison for refusal to be kind. I'm fighting not to fall. Tiredness seeping into the bone. Held off, rest cold. Now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Earning to live or living to earn, when all your actions should be for what you yearn. An idealized dream of what life should be, a trick to tie you down so you'll never be free. Give years of life, toil and strife, paper thin goals to rake you over coast.
It's more than a duet with the newer version. The new one does multiple different voice tones.
Every step a middle finger to the
I made this one before I joined the community.
They want me kneeling quiet.
The new version,
Lying ghost already.
I plan on making it more about the community Where's what's gone?
Stubborn to fade, so I'll keep swinging till the grave. I'm fighting not to fall, tiredness seeping into the bone, held off rest cold. Now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and I feel alone. Just step past, just step until I'm dead. Feeling like I'm trying to atone. Maybe one day the fight will end. If I'm still there, will I be happy? Till then, I'll just full send. When it's over, I'll leave it to others to be sappy. I'll lay down my bones, rest my mind, feel my soul, and dream till I feel whole.
There's an example of what I mean by redoing it with the community in the image.
Tiredness seeping into the bone.
All right, it's a bit early, but thank you for being here. Those of you on Twitch, I'm going to send you over to Zayla, who is doing a combo with Mizuki at the moment. So, thank you for being here, and I should be back on Friday, and I'll see you then. Decided to leave this, they go on a break.